Um, I am not sure that I am doing everything correct. In fact, I can't see if anybody is live now. Maybe I am. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, but it looks like I am live indeed. Let me just share the news. Okay. Let's get a link from YouTube and put the news out there that I am now live. Let's see if anybody is connected. Nope, nothing here. Let's see if I can find myself here. Normally I should be able to see myself somehow. Let's check on LinkedIn. Last time I did that, I couldn't really see myself, but maybe this time it's different. I see that the hour is totally wrong here, so this doesn't look very well. Okay, now I can see me. This does look good. Okay, let me post that on Instagram real quick, and then we're going. So let's put that here, and let's make it a story. I am live. Stay like that. No, it didn't work. How can I add? How can I add a link or something? The link. There you go. On YouTube. There you go. Okay. Okay. Good. So, first things first. What I am trying to do is that I am trying to install a large language model on this bad boy here. And this is an NVIDIA Jetson Orin Nano developer kit, for which I have to thank my good friend Goran Vuksic that brought that to me. So I will try to install a large language model, a teeny tiny one, obviously, and then let's see how far I can go with that. Now, I do have watched a few videos of people actually succeeding with that, but this is by no means a guarantee that I am going to succeed as well. So, and I haven't tried that before also. So let's try that together. Now, at some point, I will probably have to connect a screen on that. And I have an external monitor here, which I'm going to use, but I'm not really sure that I will go a long way with that. I am used to working with SSHs when working with edge devices. So the moment I manage to log into the device, I will try to create an SSH session to connect, and let's see if we can take it from there. So first thing first, I have to create an SSD, and sorry, an SD card with the operating system. And for that, I have seen that I have to use some kind of software. So let me share my screen. Let's do that. Okay. Let's go here. Let's share that one. Okay, good. It looks very, very good, as you can see. So I will just take out the SD card and I will connect it to my computer here. Okay, that's in. And then I guess, or according to the videos I have watched, I have to use some kind of software. And this seems to be a good one. It's called Balena Etcher. I think that it is one that NVIDIA recommends as well. Let me just real quick um, see if I can find anything here. Okay, so according to the website, to NVIDIA's website, the recommended ways to install the environment is either using the SDK manager or to use that other thing that I recommended. So as you can see, there are plenty of alternatives here. And I believe that I will have to use SDK Manager later when I'm trying to install the operating system on this bad boy. But for now, I will use that little software there. So let's go and flash from file. Now I have already downloaded the operating system zip file. As you can see, it's 12 gigabytes. I'm very happy with myself doing that on beforehand because we wouldn't like to wait for so long. So let's select that and then select target. Obviously, this is the one, 126 gigabyte. It's a very small one. And then let's flash it and privileged access, of course. Let's give you the access you want. Something went wrong. Oh no! Please check that it's not corrupted. Um, oh, maybe I had to. Yeah, that could be the case. Okay, let's unzip it. So probably didn't like the zip file, but let's try with the unzipped one. Almost there. Almost there. Okay. So now we have the image file. Plug a target drive. Okay. So I guess I have to drag it out and to put it back in. And there you go. Now it's in again. Found it. Very good. Let's flash. Yeah, now it starts. It's starting. This looks promising. Okay, apparently it will take 4 minutes. So while we are waiting for that, I would like to take a quick look on, on that video I have been watching and being inspired of. So this is Dave from Dave's Garage, and he did kind of exactly what I'm looking for. Now he has skipped some parts, like he hasn't really described how he installed the operating system on the SSD. But the thing I liked is the way he installed Olama, and Olama is the platform upon which we run the LLMs. So this is also one thing I want to do. Okay, this is the one. This is the command he is using to install Olama. And let's see if I can gather that command me as well. Um, install Olama curl. Okay, let's have it here. Now I have the command, and then I am also trying to find Olama pool. Okay, for that model. That looks great. Okay, so we have that right there. I don't believe that anybody is watching that right now. It's probably because the time is completely off. But maybe I can share the YouTube link. Okay, let's try to share that again. Repost to feed. Um, time. Didn't really hit right. I am live. Here you get the link. So let's post it on LinkedIn. See if we can get anybody. Okay, that's good, that's good, that's good. Now this is almost done. It says that it needs another minute, but I don't think it will really need another minute. Now, in the meanwhile, let's see what I'm going to connect on that. So first things first, I'm definitely going to need a keyboard and a mouse. So I have this adapter here, and I'm going to need that. Then I need the screen, obviously, and I will connect that last. And I will also give it internet access via Ethernet, because I feel that this is the better way, better than doing Wi-Fi, although it does have Wi-Fi capabilities. So let's see, almost there, almost there. 30 seconds or something. Three, two, one. Come on. Okay, now it has to validate it as well. Of course it does. Of course it does. I don't think it will really need 3 minutes, though. Probably and hopefully a lot less than that. I have also read that when flashing the SSD drive, I need to put this in secure mode, and you do this by jumping those two pins here. So I'll show you that in a moment. Let's get that done. Oh, come on. So slow. So really slow. 2 more minutes. Let's see if I can find some royalty-free music for the time being. Royalty-free background music. Okay. Okay. That's not bad. Apparently that's copyright-free music, so I shouldn't have any issues, hopefully. If I do, then I will definitely close it. Okay. It makes the waiting easier to handle. Okay, now this is done. Great. I think I can close that actually, and maybe I can even, let's see now. Maybe I can even, oh, it's already pulled out. That's cool. It's very cool. Okay, so it's the moment of truth. So I'm taking out the SD card and I'm taking the micro SD card, and I will have to put it right here. Let's see, it has a teeny tiny slot, not very easy. Okay, it's in. So now let's pull that right there, and let's prepare the monitor. I think this looks very good right here. And of course, it needs power. First of all, let's give it power. So now it has power. Then, alright, so it has already turned on. I don't know if you can see it, but it has. Okay. So I guess that there is no reason for me to share my screen right now. In fact, I am going to stop sharing because what I'm going to show you is only visible by the camera. So let's now I have the HDMI cable here. Come on. Okay. Let's put that here. And the other end on that very fine monitor that I have right here in front of me. And don't worry, I will show you the monitor. Okay. I also need the internet, as I have internet as well. Okay, great. So now this is completely ready, and the only thing it needs is a power. So before giving that power, I will have to make this work so that you can also see what is happening right here. So I am setting up my telephone. I adjust it to the monitor, and let's see if I can change the camera. You can turn off the camera, but you can switch cameras. That's too bad. Okay, then we will do it like that. I will open photo booth because there I'm more than sure that I can show the monitor. Yes, I can. That's great. Let's move it a little bit here. Come on. Why don't you? Oh, that's too bad. It it is mirroring. Oh, that's gonna be problematic because it's mirroring the screen. But in every case, I didn't intend to use that for a long time. But okay, that's horrible, and I do apologize for that. But let's see. Okay, so now you see what I see, kind of. And let's give power to the machine and see if it turns on. I do see a light. Now let's see if the monitor comes to life. Yeah, I see the color blinking here. That's kind of good. Now I understand that you see the image mirrored. And now is the time. Look at that. Look at that. Looks like it turns on. Now I understand that you're seeing that in a mirrored way, and that is not good at all. But I promise you, I will run out of it, and I'm going SSH the moment I get a functional connection to that, so that we won't need any monitor. Okay, now the fan has stopped. That's not very nice. The light is still blue though. I think it's kind of restarting itself. Yeah, it is. Look at that. So I accepted licenses, obviously, and English is totally fine. The mouse is working. That's a nice thing. I am on Swedish keyboard actually. Swedish, come on, version. There you go, Swedish. Swedish from Sweden, of course. That looks good as well. And let's click on my region here, not Oslo. Stockholm. Yeah, that's correct. My name is Nikos. Oh, please let me write. Please let me write. Oh, it was off. Okay. Now I can write. And let's call that Andy Jetson. Jetson. That's good. And I will give you a very weak password. But that's only because partition size. Yeah, I don't mind that. You may use the whole thing if you want. Install a Chromium browser. Yeah, do that. I don't mind not doing that. Now, the good thing is that they say that I have internet connection already. So that's good. That's good because we are going to need that. Okay. It's installing things, installing the Chromium browser. Now, as I said, my intention is to SSH to the machine. So I am not going to use that browser, at least not from that side. Mhm, mhm. I have had some issues before with Ubuntu in general, in the way that it doesn't find the package sources, and I have to do that manually. Now, I don't get any errors on that, but it's slower than I would have expected. Okay, Chrome installation is finished. That's good. So, yes, I could close that. Okay, yeah, great. Now it's installing the rest of the Ubuntu things it needs. Probably it will have to restart as well. Until now, it looks like any Linux, any Ubuntu system I've used before. Nothing's different. Okay, I think it's restarting. Probably one last time. And then we can get the IP address and get rid of the monitor. Yeah, look at that. If I can connect, then we are in. That's amazing. That's fantastic. Yes, I'm skipping that. I don't want to send anything. No location services. We are done. Okay. So if I just run in the terminal ifconfig, then that should give me the IP address, and that is 1.212. 1.212. So I can close that now. I don't think I need it anymore. So let's get the terminal. Let's do SSH Nikos at 168 1 to 12. Host verification failed. Why is that? Okay. Oh, I think I know why. I think I know why. And that's probably because the IP address has been used before. So what I'm gonna do is that let's see if I can get let's see if I can get that working. Okay, so I have to find out the Wi-Fi password. So let's do that. I think I have it right here somewhere. It shouldn't be anything weird. Dunder Mifflin. That's it. Mhm. Okay, so let's see if I can connect to the wireless network. Okay, so now I'm removing the Ethernet. I don't need that. And that should, if I didn't do anything wrong, that should give me another IP address. So if I run ifconfig again, then I do get, yes, 149. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Now we're talking. Okay, so let's see if I can make that any bigger. And I do need the password. We're in, dear friends. And let's make that much bigger, actually. Okay, good. So I don't need anymore the mouse or the keyboard of the Jetson. I do have the monitor in front of me, but I'm not going to use it for anything. So from now on, I'm using my computer, the one I used before as well. And let's try to install all the nice things that I have been talking about. So I'll just remove the monitor right here so that I can take a better look. Let's take that here and that here because I am indeed going to need the commands. So that's looking good. So first thing first, let's see, who am I? I'm Nikos. That's good. So let's try to install Olama. And I did copy the command. And as you can see, it's using curl to get the install file. And of course, it's the password. So let's give you that. I think that someone is watching on YouTube. Hello, dear stranger. Microsoft Closer. Oh, that's Håkan. Hello, Håkan. Yeah, I know. I booked a session from the system I'm using to perform live streaming, and it got the times totally mixed up. And it was always meant to be 6:30 Central European Time. I'm very sorry that it's at 8:30, and I hope that not a lot of people happen to miss the session. I'm very happy to see you. I hope all is well with you. So what I have been doing is that I have installed, I have flashed the micro SD memory card, this one here. Actually, the micro SD inside of that. I have flashed it with the operating system for the NVIDIA Jetson, and now I have managed to get the SSH up and running. So I am installing Olama on that machine. And after that, I am going to pull a lightweight model and see if I can get it to work. And I think that up to now it looks very promising. But if the performance is good, then I will go further and I will try to install the operating system on the SSD disk, on the NVMe. And I have no idea how this is going to go. Let's see. Okay, Jetpack 6 components. Of course, do download those as well as you feel. It is, you know what, I will show you the box. It is this one. So it's the Jetson Orin Nano and the developer kit. Um, I think that if it was the super one, it would say that, and it doesn't. So I guess it's the original one. In every case, this looks very promising. Very, very promising. Now, what I like a lot with that, okay, look at that. It looks like this is up and running. So now I feel brave enough to test to pull the model Llama 3.2, which, as I understand, is a very lightweight one. It's only 2 gigabytes, as you can see here. Um, so yeah, it's a lightweight one. And hopefully, yeah, I mean, why wouldn't it? I think it will manage. 2 more minutes. Then I read that in order to check the performance of an LLM, you have to ask a question with a standard answer, like what is the capital city of France? And then you might also want to ask it a question that needs the model to hallucinate a bit, like ask it how it feels, or yeah, something that it has to really think to generate any answer. Okay, just one more minute. Almost there. Less than 1 minute left. Almost there. Come on. Okay, 2 gigs. Yeah, and the others are small ones. That looks very promising. Okay, success. So let's give it a spin. It's thinking. Yeah, sure. Think. Oh my god, it's so slow. Okay. What is the capital city of France? That was quick and correct. How are you feeling today? Look at that. Look at that. Now, how do I exit that? Control D. Okay. And if I do check how this performs while running verbose, I'm not sure. It probably needs 2 dashes. Yeah, that's correct. What is the capital city of France? Okay, so now get 33 tokens, and it gave me almost 15 tokens per second. I mean, that's not bad at all. And if I asked again, how are you feeling today? Then it is, yeah, I mean, even better, uh, even better speed and tokens per second. That's more than decent, I guess. Now I haven't run any comparisons. So I didn't try to run LLMs on other devices, and I don't even think I have. I don't even think I have here. Let's see if I do. No, I'm not running a llama on my real PC, so that's too bad. But in every case, I am satisfied with that experiment. And let's go to the next phase. So let's try to flash the SSD. So, okay, halt. That's done. Done and done, over and done. So I'm removing the power and I am removing uh, the HDMI as well. I don't need that. So what I want to do is that I am going to remove the micro SD card. So here it is, the micro SD. We don't need that anymore. And what I'm going to do instead is that I'm going to install the NVMe on that, which I have right here. So let's see how this goes. I'm not very optimistic, to be honest. I don't really think it's going to work because it is quite opinionated. The host machine, so I am going to need another computer to flash that disk, and it has to be an Ubuntu one. Now, I don't have an Ubuntu workstation right here. So, oh, that's not that good. So, let's do it like that. Let's remove the screw. The screw was removed. And then let's place the SSD right here. Okay, it was very, very nice and gentle. And let's put that here again. Put that back in place. I don't have to push it. So now it looks like that. Look at that. It has right here a fresh new SSD disk. It's going to be blazing fast. Now, given that I succeed, now I also have to run to jump the second and the third pin. And I am going to try to do exactly that. So look at that. I'm not sure if this manages to zoom in. There are pins down here. And I did try to jump the second and the third according to the instructions. And I also need, actually, let's bring up the Windows machine, which is right here. Let's connect to that. Okay, and here I do have an Ubuntu workstation. Let's give it a bigger screen. This looks quite good. Because and the password. So this looks nice. Come on. Come on, Ubuntu. Okay. So I did install this virtual machine before. Now, what I'm not at all sure is that it will be able to see the USB-C device that I intend to connect. So let's bring up the NVIDIA SDK manager, the one I showed you earlier, and it will try to log in. For some reason, this process takes forever sometimes, and other times it goes very, very fast. Looks like this is going to be one of the fast ones. Come on, please. Come on. Now, in the meanwhile, I'm going to give internet access to that via Ethernet again, and I am going to connect the USB-C cord so that if I manage to log in, okay, that's good, then hopefully the virtual machine will be able to see the NVIDIA Jetson. And again, those are very weird things that we're trying to do. Come on, what is your problem? Login failed. of course, but it didn't, you see? Now it managed to connect. So could not detect the board. So cross your fingers now because I am giving it power. I did. I see the lights turning green. Now the earth didn't really move here. What if I refresh? Could not detect the board. Search for connected board. Yeah, please, come on, search. Maybe I could see if I... Mm, no, this is in Swedish, and I apologize for that, but I am trying to see if... Did Windows even detect that? Because I do have the SDK manager installed in Windows. Now the problem is that although this kind of works, it will never, it might be able to detect the hardware, but even if it does, it won't be able to, come on, even if it does, it won't be able to install the operating system. It won't be able to flash the drive. I think so, at least. Could not find APX driver. Look at that. Now, this does find the hardware Jetson detected, and it does find the host machine, but there are no available releases for Windows 11. So if I manage to make my virtual machine see Jetson, could it be that I just have to restart that one? Probably not. Who am I kidding? But it's worth trying. I mean, how bad could it be? Worst case scenario, I will restart the whole Linux machine. But it might be a Hyper-V issue. Let's see if I can Google that real fast. Hyper-V make USB-C device available for the VM. USB pass-through enabling. Okay. Oh, it should be in the SCSI controller. So, okay, that thing again. No. Let's give it another try. Stupid that I have to do that. Okay. Could not detect. Ah, that's not good. That is not good at all. So let's check once again. Here, I'm going to the settings, and it should appear here. Could it be that shared entity, virtual? It's not really. It's not real that. Okay, 0 and 1. Those two are being used. So let's give you the one and let's call it Jetson. Now, again, no, it didn't really work. Let's test that one. Synthetic disk drive. Okay. And what was that? Okay. That is actually the thing. Okay, so I think that it does recognize, Hyper-V does recognize the device, but no, okay, that's too bad. Oh, that's so bad. So the only thing I think I can do now is that I would have to run Ubuntu on my Windows desktop, but I don't have this possibility now. Oh, come on. That's so bad. Okay. So what I have to do is to download Ubuntu, put it in a USB machine, in a USB drive, and run it on my desktop. So we'll have to try that. Okay, now I don't have a USB drive with me here, so that's bad. Um, let's do that. I will cut the live here, and I will do another live where I do find the USB drive, and I do manage to run Ubuntu on my host machine. So if any one of you is still watching, thanks a lot for watching. Apologies for the misunderstanding with the wrong hour, and I hope I will see you again. So, thanks a lot, and have a nice evening. Bye bye.